The Mosaic Festival by the Esplanade has to be one of Singapore's most eclectic and cutting-edge music festivals in the country. 2010 marks its 6th outing, and as expected, the festival plays host to music makers from across all genres. From rock to hip-hop to acoustic to indie, the 10-day festival happening from the 12th to the 21st of March has something for everyone. And RazorTV promises to bring you the best of the fest with views, interviews and highlights of the gigs. Now it wouldn't be Mosaic with some jazz, so stay tuned to the later parts of the show to catch the All-Star Jam, which sees Singapore's best jazz musicians creating musical magic with the genre's best. But first up, we meet the electronic indie group Au Revoir Simone. With their brand of synthesizer-fueled pop and soothing vocal harmonies, the three dark-haired beauties of electronic indie group Au Revoir Simone are just one of the very unique groups on the festival. Formed in 2003 in Brooklyn, New York, the band got its name from a line in a Pee Wee Herman movie.
Au revoir, Pee Wee! Au revoir, Simone!
One of the trio, Heather D'Angelo, was still on her way to Singapore when RazorTV met the group, but Annie Hart and Erica Forster were happy to tell us how they are dealing with the newfound celebrity status.
Very easily because we don't have one.
We're pretty anonymous.
Even back home?
Well, occasionally I'll be walking down the street in our neighborhood and someone will be like, Simone.
It's really hard to tell because New Yorkers are so trying to be cool. Like, they don't want to show that they know anybody. Because, like, Robert De Niro's walking down the street all the time.
Susan Sarandon or, like, different people, and you just kind of go,
you try
Sarandon.
Because you want to give people their space. Because New York is a place where there's not much personal space, so you want to be respectful of that. And so by respecting that, you pretend not to know them. So I can't tell if nobody knows who I am or if they're just being respectful.
Yeah.
The girls have released 3 albums since 2005 and have had their song played on top TV shows like Ugly Betty and Grey's Anatomy. So what have they learned since?
Don't settle for anything less than what you aim for, because if you do, you have to live with it on CDs and MP3s all over the world for the rest of your life. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's another likely story. I'm new here, doesn't mean I have to answer silly questions or shut my door. You know I'm a child.
With most of their music generated from keyboards, how do the girls write their songs?
It's all really collaborative. Like, sometimes we'll just be in the space and we'll work out a melody and make it into a song, and other times we'll each individually come in with a song and teach the others how to play it, but each song is pretty different. But the beat usually isn't the beginning. It usually starts with a melody and lyrics.
Except Only You Can Make You Happy was kind of like the beat and the keyboard together.
Well, I was just being, the other 90% of
the other 90%,
process.
yeah, it's true.
Maybe a sad song, 'cause that's what I wanna hear. I want you to make me cry. I wanna remember the places that we left, lost to the mists of time.
On tour, the girls rarely have time to themselves, so we wanted to know what were their guilty pleasures.
Staying in bed really late.
Oh
when
yeah,
that is.
That's true.
Sleeping
Sleeping.
in.
I sleep forever, like 10 hours at a time if I can. Makes me feel pretty guilty.
Bad in Singapore?
Only if you have somewhere to go, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if I have somewhere to go, I'll go.
I try to usually miss the dentist.
Sad Song is one of the group's biggest hit, but they tell us what anyone can do if they ever feel down.
Listen to
walk.
good music.
Yeah, put on your headphones and take a walk, because getting out in the world and being either like in nature or like around other people just makes you feel more part of everything.
Eat a lot of ice cream and watch rom-coms, romantic comedies. Yeah.
Do check out their full performances in the other parts of the show, but up next the girls tell us more about what they do on tour and of course what they really think of Singapore.